Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Facts and Trivia. Before I officially begin today's episode, I must thank you guys so much for helping episode 1 get all the way up to 100,000 views. I never dreamed this series would come this far. It has turned out to be very successful, and I just gotta thank you guys so much for helping me out with this series. And so here we are, Pokemon Facts and Trivia, episode 15. Fact number 1, Kanto. In the Japanese versions of Pokemon Red and Green, the Kanto region's name was only mentioned in one place, and that was viewing the town map that was given to you by Gary's sister Daisy. In the English version of the games, Kanto was actually left nameless. Many fans speculated the region was actually called Indigo because of the Indigo Plateau. It wasn't until Generation 2, where the chubby guy talks to you when you first enter Kanto, that Kanto actually got an official English name. Kanto is actually the only region that shares its name with an actual area in Japan. And finally, Kanto was also supposed to be the setting of the game Capsule Monsters, which was basically like the 1990 First Thoughts of Pokemon. By looking at the map, you can see that a few of the city's lineups were changed, and Cycling Road was supposed to have a curve in it. Fact number 2, Vaporeon. With a base stat total of 464, Vaporeon is actually the most powerful evolution over the other ones that have a base stat total of 394. In the first generation Pokemon games, Vaporeon's appearance differs vastly compared to later generations. In Red and Green has fins in the back of its legs, a long fin running down its back, and all black ears. Starting in Generation 2, these features were removed. Interestingly though, none of these features were actually present in its Generation 1 artwork by Ken Sugimori. In Generation 1, when Vaporeon reached level 42, it could learn both Haze and Mist, but because of a glitch that exists in Pokemon Yellow, the only move that it could learn at level 42 was Haze instead of both moves. Fact number 3, Ditto. Ditto is the only Pokemon that's ever had its catch rate changed. In Generations 1 through 4, it took on the catch rate of the Pokemon that it had transformed into, but starting in Generation 5, its catch rate was changed to 35 no matter what Pokemon it was transformed into. Because Ditto is unable to breed with itself, the lowest possible level Ditto that you can find in the games is level 10. So if anybody in the GTS wants a Ditto's level 1 through 9, then they're just crazy. And also, in Pokemon Rumble, the move Transform was not programmed into the game, so therefore, Ditto was the only Pokemon that actually had to use the move Struggle throughout the entire game. It was fixed in Pokemon Rumble Blast. Fact number 4, Team Galactic. Although Team Galactic's English name is not incorrect, the better translation from Japanese is actually Team Galaxy, or the Galaxy Gang, which may be a reference to the Galaxy game that exists in the game Pulseman. As we know, Game Freak likes to reference that game quite a lot. And besides Team Rocket, Team Galactic is the only team that is known to actually kill other Pokemon. According to Roughneck Kirby, who is in the Lost Tower in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, most of his Pokemon died at the hands of Team Galactic. And finally, the Galactic boss Cyrus actually shares all of his Pokemon with Silver and his counterparts from the manga. Fact number 5, Fire types. In the main storyline of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, there was an incredibly low number of Fire type Pokemon that existed. Because both Heatran and Magmortar couldn't be found till the post-game, the only Fire type Pokemon that were in the original Sinnoh Pokedex were Infernape and Rapidash. Because of this problem, Flint of the Elite Four only has 2 Fire-type Pokemon, despite the fact that he specializes in Fire types. This is one of the reasons why the Platinum Pokedex was upgraded to include more Fire types. In Generation 3, while diving underwater, Fire-type Pokemon can actually fight down there without any damage deduction, unlike battling in the rain. Even Pokemon like Charmander, who's supposed to die when the flame on its tail goes out, can actually battle underwater with no problems at all. And if starter evolutions and legendary Pokemon are not counted, there are only 15 fully evolved Pokemon that can easily be obtained, which makes the Fire type very rare. This is a reference to how fire is rare in nature unless it is caused by a person or another force.